Hello and welcome to class. My name is Charlie. Welcome back to my channel. In this session, we'll be focusing entirely on the lower body, and it is designed to help anyone with tight hips. So we'll be working through a couple of different sequences that build on top of one another. So you'll also get to know the sequences pretty well, as they're quite repetitive, but they're great for building up a little bit of a flow, a little bit more heat in your body, and working to loosen off those tight muscles in the hips and the hamstrings. So when you're ready, we'll start in a child's pose. So because we want to focus on the hips, keep your big toes touching and then open your knees as wide as your mat and walk your hands forwards to lower yourself down. Reaching your arms as far forwards as you can. Let the belly, chest and forehead rest towards the mat. And then when you find your pose, take a deep breath in and a long sigh out. Keep breathing in this way. Full inhales, long audible exhales. With each breath, invite your body to relax into the mat. And start to focus your mind on your breath. Letting go of anything that's happened today. Forgetting about anything that's going to happen later on today. Just focusing on what's going on right now. And take a few more breaths here just to completely ground into the present moment. Arrive on your mat fully present and ready. Good. Then thread your left arm under your right and turn your head to the right. And then wrap your right arm behind your back. Reach for the left side of your waistband or maybe the hip crease if it's accessible. Without forcing anything here, just focusing on the breath. Inhaling for 4. Exhaling for 4. Keep your breath steady and even. One more round of breath here. At the end of your exhale, reach both arms forwards to reset. And now threading the right arm under the left, turning the head left. And wrapping the left arm behind your back, reach for your waistband or your t-shirt. And then checking back in with your breath. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 4. One more round of breath here. At the end of your exhale, walk the hands forwards, reset. And then keeping the legs as they are, walk your hands in towards your hips to lift yourself up. And turn your fingers to face the edges of your mat. Keep a slight bend in your elbows so you're not hyperextending. And rock from side to side, shifting weight into the right and left hands. And then if it feels okay for your wrists, you can start to spin the fingers towards your knees, so you're going a little bit more to an angle. Again, shifting side to side. And then if you can take it further, spin the fingers so they face your pelvis. But this time you'll rock forwards and backwards. It's a little different. Focus on keeping a softness through the elbows to protect your elbow joint. And then you can start walking the hands, spinning them back so they face forwards. Little movements gradually to get there. And then walking the hands forwards, bringing your knees in hips width, find a tabletop position. From here, start by rounding your back, and we'll move through some barrel rolls. So rolling to the right and then dipping your belly as you roll left. Round your spine, shift to the right, dip your belly and go left. Keep moving through this. It might feel a little strange in the beginning, but over time, your body will start to warm up to it. And then after a few rounds going this way, we can switch. So now we're moving from left to right. And if you like, you could start to exaggerate things, get the elbows, the arms, the shoulders involved. So it becomes a little bit more freeing, just unlocking more space in your body. Good. And then finding a neutral spine now. Tuck your toes and very slowly lift your hips. Push back into downward facing dog. Don't worry if the heels don't ground. Don't worry if you feel a little stiff here, that's okay. Focus on pedaling out the legs, so sending one heel down and then switching, straightening and bending your legs. Stay in tune with your breath. You could stick to that breathing in for 4, breathing out for 4 pattern, or you could find a pattern that works better for you. Then when you're ready, bring your feet together, ripple forwards into high plank. Then open out to side plank on your left. Take a moment to get your balance, stack your shoulder over your wrist. Then step your right foot in front of you like so. And start to sink the left side hip down, reach your right arm back. Keep your hip hovering off the mat, hold it here, inhale. And as you exhale, turn to face forwards, keep spinning your feet to the left side of the mat. And bring your hands together in prayer as you find this sideways lunge. So all of your weight is shifting into your right foot. Okay, then plant your left hand back where it was, spin back. Hover the left hip down, reach right arm back. And then inhale, spin to face forwards, move into your sideways lunge. Hold for a moment. And then keep spinning, come back to your start point. Hover your hip. And then last one, move back into your sideways lunge. Go as low as you can with the hips, hold for a breath. Good, and then spin all the way back. Slowly step back into your side plank. Hold for an inhale. On your exhale, move straight away into side plank on your right. Take a moment to check in with your alignment, get your balance. And then step your left foot in front of you. Start to sink and hover the right hip. Inhale here. Exhale, start to spin to face the right side of your mat. Find your sideways lunge. So all of your weight is shifting into the left foot. And then spinning all the way back, hover the right side hip. Inhale. Exhale through to your sideways lunge. One more. Try to find as much control as you transition. Inhale. Exhale, sideways lunge. Go as low as you can with the hips. Hold for a breath. And then on your exhale, spin and step back to your side plank. Good. Hold for a breath in. Exhale back to plank. And then lift your hips back to downward facing dog. Nice. Hopefully the legs are feeling a little bit warmer now, but just to make sure, continue to pedal out your legs. You could even swing the hips a little bit side to side to create that sense of space in the lower body. Great. Inhale, lift your right leg high, 3-leg down dog. Exhale, bring your knee to nose. And then step your foot in between your hands, finding a runner's lunge. Lower the back knee down, send your front knee forwards so you get that sinking sensation in the hips, sending them down and forwards. With your exhale, straighten your front leg, shift your hips back, flex your front foot. If this is too intense, keep a slight bend in the knee and don't worry so much about flexing the foot. Hold the breath here. Exhale it out. Rebend your front knee. Press your hands into the mat and then sweep your front leg all the way back up to three-leg down dog. We'll move through that 2 more times. So knee to nose. Step the foot in between your hands, lower your knee. Let your front knee track forwards. Low lunge, inhale. Exhale, straighten the front leg, hips move back, half splits. Inhale, come back through to your lunge. And step all the way back, three-leg down dog. Last one, knee to nose. Step forwards, low lunge, inhale. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, three-legged down dog. Hold that leg in the air. Use the strength in your hamstrings and your glutes to keep the leg lifted. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Good. Lower the foot down. We'll go through that on the other side. So lifting the left leg up, three-leg down dog. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Step the foot in between your hands. Lower your back knee, low lunge. Inhale. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, back to your low lunge. Push the floor away as you sweep your front leg back to three-leg down dog. 2 more times. Knee to nose, move slowly with control. Step through to your low lunge, inhale. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, low lunge, and back to three-leg down dog. Nice. 1 more, knee to nose. Step through to your low lunge. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, low lunge. And back to three-leg down dog. Keep that leg lifted. See if you can go a little higher. Holding for 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Release the left foot down. And straight away, lift your right leg high. And open your hips. You're stacking the right side hip on top of the left. Lift that leg a little higher. Then look forwards in between your hands. Start to sweep your right leg out to the right side. Come up onto the ball of your left foot. Keep sweeping the foot forwards and tap the back of your right wrist. Then sweep the leg all the way back. 2 more of these. Come out to the side, sweep it forwards, tap the back of your wrist, and all the way back. 1 more. Out to the side, tap your wrist, and then step the foot on the outside of your hand. Lower your back knee down for lizard lunge. Then staying up on your fingertips here, you can just start to draw circles with your hips. They could be little circles, they could be big circles, whatever works. Just to get a little bit more movement in the lower body. Good. Then sink your hips down and forwards. Keep your front foot flexed, but roll onto the outer edge of your foot. So your knee will start to draw out to the side. And you could stay here as you are. If you want to make it a little bit more intense, you can press the right hand into your right thigh as if you're pushing the thigh away, and then start to lean to the left side of your mat. As you do so, tune in with your breath. We'll be here a few moments. So make your breath deep. You can make it audible. Great. Okay, 1 more inhale. Exhale, bring the knee back in line with your ankle. Place the right hand down. Lift your back knee. Then open out your back foot. Start to sink your hips to your right heel for Skandasana. And you can use your hands on the mat for stabilizers or bring your hands into prayer. Whatever works. Again, pause. Find your breath. Slow things down a moment. Awesome. Plant your hands, turn to face forwards, and lower your back knee down. This time in your lizard, you can stay up on the hands or you could come down to the forearms. We'll be here for 5 breaths, so there's no need to go 0 to 100 straight away. You could take each breath to go a little bit further into the pose. Wonderful. At the end of your 5th exhale, come back up onto your hands, lift your back knee, and then sweep your right leg back out to the side and all the way up into your 3-leg down dog. Good. Lower the right foot down. Lift your left leg up and stack the left side hip over the right, lifting the leg as high as you can. And looking forward, sweep your left leg out to the side and tap the back of your left wrist. And then come back to 3-leg down dog. 2 more of these. Bring it out to the side and forwards with control. Tap. And then back up. Last one. Tap your foot to your wrist. And then plant the foot next to your hand. Lower your back knee down in your lizard lunge. And staying up on your fingertips here. Finding those little circles with the hips. Good. And then finding stillness, keep your front foot flexed, roll onto the outer edge of the foot. So your left knee will draw out to the left side. If you wanted to make it more intense, press the left hand against the left thigh and lean to the right side of your mat. Tune in with your breath whilst we pause here a moment. Good. And then bringing your knee back over your ankle, tuck your back toes, lift the knee, open out your back foot, and then start to sink your hips to your left heel for Skandasana. You could use your hands for stabilizers here or bring hands into prayer. And then we'll pause here a few moments. Breathing in for 4, out for 4. Wonderful. Then facing forwards, coming back to your lizard. This time you could come down to the forearms or use each breath to explore and go a little bit deeper. See what space becomes available. Coming back up onto your hands, lift your back knee and sweep the left leg out to the left side and all the way back up to 3-leg down dog. Good. Lower the foot down. Then ripple forwards to high plank and super slowly lower all the way down to your belly. Bring your forearms in front of you for Sphinx pose. Then bend your right knee and bring the knee up the side of the mat so your knee is level with your hips and you're in this hot frog position. So it's just very gentle for the upper back. The focus here is on the hips. Remember to breathe. If it helps, you could even close your eyes just to focus entirely on your body and your breath. Okay, and then release the right leg down. Let's switch. So left knee comes up to the left side. Line it up with the left hip and hold it there. And release your left leg down. Then press up to come into tabletop. Then from here, extend your right leg out to the side so the foot is in line with the left knee. Thread your left arm under your right so the shoulder comes all the way down to the mat, and then reach your right arm forwards. So we're in an extended thread the needle. It can feel a little wobbly here, so press down through your right foot. Find your breath whilst we pause. Come back up onto your hands. Then from here, edge your left knee out to the left side. Then keep edging your right knee away from you. You can either stay up on your hands here, or you could come down to your forearms. You're looking to press the right foot down into the mat. You should start to feel this along the inner right thigh and also along the inner left thigh. Holding for a couple more breaths. Okay, come up onto your hands. Edge your left knee back in to begin with, and then bring the right knee back onto the mat. Extend your left leg out to the left side. Line your foot up with the right knee. Then thread your right arm under the left, lower the shoulder, lower your head, and reach your left arm forwards. Take a moment here, soften into the support of the ground. Find that deepness of your breath. Wonderful. Come back up onto your hands. Then edge your right knee to the right side. And the left leg out to the left side. And you could come down onto the forearms if it feels accessible. If not, just stay on your hands. And this one can feel quite intense quite quickly for the hips, so use your breath to work through that. With each exhale, finding that sense of release. Awesome. Come back up onto your hands. Bring your right knee back in line with your hip, and then left knee back on the mat. And then for this, you may want to turn to face the side of your mat so that as you open the knees will be supported. Then open your left knee out and your right knee out. And you can keep scooching the knees as far apart as they will go. You're looking to keep your knees in line with your hips here. So you could just take a look to the side, check in with your alignment. And then you can either stay up on your hands or come down to your forearms. And this is our peak pose for today. So we'll be spending about a minute here. So focus on your breath. And this time I invite you to lengthen the breath count. So breathing in for 6 now. And out for 6. Inhale, find that sense of filling up. Notice the chest broaden. Exhale and empty out. Observe yourself deflate. Continue to breathe in this way. Inhale. Observe the rise of your chest. Exhale, watch it fall. One more very deep breath in and an audible exhale out. Slowly come out of this pose. So gradually bring your knees in together. Your hips may feel a little sensitive now, that's okay. And then come and sit down. Extend the legs in front of you as you lie down on your back. And as you lie down, bring your feet to the edges of your mat and knock your knees together. Rest your hands on your belly. With your hands in connection with your belly, start to breathe deeply down into your belly. So you're looking to feel your hands lift up as you take a deep breath in and fill up. Then notice the space between your hands start to decrease as you exhale and empty out. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, empty out. Keep this going. Watching your breath. Feel it move through your body. You can keep your hands on your belly or relax your arms by your side. And you have the option to finish this class with the legs as they are, or you could extend them into straight leg position to find Shavasana. Wherever you find yourself, focus on releasing any tension. Let go of anything you're holding on to, whether it's a thought, a feeling. Then take a scan down your body. Check in with all areas of you. And invite yourself to completely relax. Soften the space between your eyebrows, your jaw. Relax your shoulders. Soften your belly. Let your legs feel a little heavier now. And completely relax your ankles and all 10 toes. And taking a deep breath in and a long, audible sigh out. Slowly hug your knees into your chest. And then roll onto one side. Take as much time here as you need. If you need to give yourself a little hug, thank yourself for the time that you've spent practicing. Take as much time doing that as you need. And when you're ready, Meet me back in a seated position, keeping your eyes closed for now. And staying with that feeling that you've cultivated a moment longer. Sit up nice and tall, lengthen your spine. Take a full breath in, soak in the effects of the practice with this breath. And exhale to let it go. Flicker your eyes open. And that completes the end of today's class. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed it. And I hope you come and join me for another one again soon. Take care. Namaste. Welcome to Learn Inversions. Learn Inversions is my new course that teaches you headstand, forearm stand, and handstand, and it's perfect for anyone who's just starting their inversion journey or wants to develop their practice. Inside the program, you'll learn everything there is to know about technique, alignment, safe practices, and creative transitions to develop your practice. But that's not all. There's nothing worse than starting a process and losing motivation for your goal, which is why I included practice plans to help you stay on track. So they'll take you through beginner basics, intermediate skills, and how to advance your practice to work towards freestanding inversions. If inversions are your goal or you just want to up-level your practice, come and join the program.